Gabbert deal in my mind, but Blake Bortles, I don't want to hear about the statistic about this guy. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about, oh, he's on pace to do this, or, he's throwing more yards than this, and he's doing better than this, and, he's more this and that. Who gives a shit? Who cares? How about we just win a game? How about we put together 4 quarters and just win the game? I don't care about these stats. And, well, that's cool for your fantasy guys. That's nice. How about the people who want to win, who are tired of losing?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit. I want to see him win. I don't care if the score is 6-3. How about we win a game? I don't care if it's 2-0 we win by a safety. How about we win a game? How about we try to do that for a change, guys? No. You know what I mean? I love the Jaguars. I do.
Yeah.
But it's tough. It's tough.
It is, man. And I guess they still got some talent on this team, man, which is a little bit confusing. They made a big splash in free agency by signing some of these players and everything like that, and the results are still not showing right now. And you got to imagine the fan base that been hearing like, be patient, be patient, be patient. How long do you ask them to be patient now? They went to Tampa Bay. They had a good showing for the Tampa Bay game that came from Jacksonville and other places to watch the Jaguars play, and you lay that up, and then now you got this, and now you go now you go across the way and gonna be playing at 9:00, and you wonder like what Jag fans gonna stay up, try to get up and watch that game that early because of the results that's been happening the last few games.
I had no get up, just to watch the game anymore. I mean, it's it used to be for a while there for the first couple of years. It's like, okay, I want to see what these guys can do. And now it's kind of like, well, all right, who are they gonna lose to next? Yeah. But the thing that pisses me off about the Jaguars.
What's that?
I hate the way Gus Bradley says Jaguars. I don't know if you've ever listened to any commercials on the radio.
Yes.
Have you paid attention to it?
Kevin point out all the
Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not Jaguars, dude. Stop it. You're killing me. I can't. Every time I start hearing them talking, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I have to turn it off, or I'm going to wind up just screaming and probably have road rage on the way to work. I can't take it.
You sound like Kevin, man. Kevin say the same thing about this guy. He was like, he cannot say Jaguars the right way.
He can't say it. He can't do it.
Jig Warriors. Like Jig Warriors or something like that. It's just...
My dad killed him all the time. And my dad's like, I don't know why this problem is. I don't know why it's so hard to say this thing. I don't know. Jaguars. I don't know.
Now, I did see a report that, he's not in the hot seat. Should he be on the hot seat?
I believe there should be a little heat under his ass, yes. Because we got players, and we have some good talent. We do. The receivers are good. Hurns has come out of nowhere, man. Let's not kid ourselves. I didn't know who the hell Hurns was, and he played for Miami. I didn't think he was going to be this good this early. Uh-huh. We got talent. But at the end of the day, it always starts with coaching. It always starts with coaching. I mean, you can take guys who were really crappy one year, and then, you got the same group of guys the next year, and you get the right guy in there, and you apply his system, and you get the guys that believe in. Well, there's the motivating part, but then you got to get the guy that knows how to actually coach the game and knows how to put his foot forward and be a micromanager and be over these guys and coach them up and be the coach. Gus Bradley is a great man. I think he's an awesome guy. Really is. But at what point does he not start taking the brunt of all of it?
Oh, yeah.
Because it is 3 years in. I don't think we're any better than we were last year. I don't believe we are at all. I think the offense is starting to be a little bit better. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure, a little bit better, yeah. But when do we see the fruits of the work that's been put in? All this talk that we're hearing, we're not seeing it. So Gus Bradley's ass should be a little hot. It really should be. And I don't think you can blame the players. It should be Gus Bradley should be sweating a little bit right now, wondering if he's going to have this team next year. Yeah. Even though he probably will. I've never seen a coach with this many losses and so few wins survive.
Yeah.
But he should take a lot of that blame.
Oh yeah. Another game I want to talk about too is because we coming up here the Giants at the Eagles on Monday night. This is the game that New York is. Everybody was picking New York to go ahead and take advantage of the division because of the Dallas injuries and the struggles that the Philadelphia has had with their new toy and DeMarco Murray. And so, at Philadelphia, New York has a chance to go ahead and take a threshold of the division. They end up losing 7-27. And DeMarco Murray woke up and ran for 190 yards and a touchdown. Sam Bradford had 280 yards. I mean, this division here is what you make of this division here, because New York definitely can take this division with the Dallas injuries, and they're not. This is a game that they clearly should have won. And I mean, do you think they clearly should have won this, or is it just me who think they clearly should have won
this? They could have won it, but I don't know, man. This year is kind of odd, especially in that division as well. I mean, it is a game they probably should have won because I'll be honest with you, I think Bradford's about as erratic as he can be. I thought they could have really took advantage of a lot the situation. You know, I do believe I did not take the G-men. Didn't we all take them?
Yeah.
Or yeah, you know, and what the hell's going on? I mean, I don't get it. Do they have a ton of injuries? Am I wrong about that, or I don't know? I mean, I don't get it. The division,
yeah, the division got a ton of injuries, and New York is basically the only healthiest team besides Victor Cruz, who's still battling some injuries. With I think it's a cap, but Philly is now in the lead, and pretty much in the division lead now. Here's the records of these teams: Philadelphia is 3-3, New York is 3-3, and Dallas is 2-3. Dallas already said they already announced Matt Castle as the quarterback. They done benched Brandon Windham, who was not very happy about it in his press conference. But then there was a rumor saying that, you know, Des Bryant may come back, and then Jason Garrett came out and said, well, if he doesn't practice this week, he's not coming back. And then now the report says that Des Bryant's going to rehab, and he's not coming back this week, is what I saw. So,
you know, I think at the end of the year, I think you're going to probably see a battle between maybe the Cowboys and Philly. I think that's just going to come down to if Romo does come. What's his time that they expect him to come back? Do you remember?
Romo, I think he's got 2 or 3 more weeks left before he comes back.
If he can come back fully 100% healthy, which I don't know if how effective he'll be, even if he does, because that's a lot of rust.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're thinking, you know, because by that point, teams should be in full stride, and if they're not, they're probably not in any playoff hunt. Yeah. You know, and I think it's going to come down to if Romo can, okay. If they can, if he can do that, and if he come back and he can be effective, I think Dallas has enough talent to be better than the G-men. I think so.
Yeah.
And it will come down to Philly. I see Philly on top, but that's it. That the biggest question mark is going to be Romo. If he can be 100%, and if he has too much rust, I don't think it's enough for them to overcome it. And you're going to watch Philly win a division.
Oh yeah. Well, here's Dallas' next 3 opponents. They got at Giants versus the Seahawks and versus the Eagles. Giants is, you know, with this, you think they would have took advantage, but they're up and down. The Seahawks are up and down. They just...
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
I know. So, I mean, now that game is really up in the air now. And then they got the Eagles, who won a good game, but who knows who's going to get with them next week. These 3 teams that they're playing has been inconsistent. So, I mean, now you're right. The Dallas has a little bit of odds in their favor because these teams... One week you get a different team that looks good, and you think they're going to take advantage of their division, and next week they just fall off and just do dumb stuff like, you know, with the Eli interception that he threw. It was brutal to watch. So if they can ride the storm, like you said, with Tony Romo until he comes back in a few weeks, they come back. If he comes back, you know, they got at the Buccaneers, at the Dolphins, and then they got the hard game versus the Panthers.
2 of those 3 games are very winnable.
Exactly.
Very, very winnable.
Exactly. So they can ride the storm here. Then you're right. It will be a race between Philadelphia and Dallas, and who knows, New York. You know, they might put their name in the hat too. They get consistent enough.
Nah, I don't see New York. I mean, they'll be the 3rd best team. Yeah. I got them as the 3rd best team right now at the end of the year. I don't think they're. Yeah, granted, Eli's got 2 rings, but let me tell you, that was from 2 great defenses. And as good as some people make him out to be, he's not all that what I thought he was. So
yeah,
it's going to really will come down to it's either going to be Philly, Dallas, then the G-men will be the third team.
All right, so cool. All right, let's move in and discuss a little college football. And we'll start with the Florida and LSU game.
What a game!
What a game! And there was a lot of storylines heading into this game, and of course with Will Greer's suspension. with the substance abuse and everything like that, and Trayon Harris coming in, and so it was pretty much the best running back in the nation who they're playing against, and just so many storylines about this and everything like that. So I'll let you go ahead and say what you thought about this game, because I know you watched a little bit of this game as well, and it was a good game. But go ahead.
Damn good game, man. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't, I did say I think I picked LSU to win by safety by 2 points. I did. And I knew it was going to be a damn close game. I never gave Florida as much credit as I probably should have as far as where their defense goes. And they do deserve a lot of credit defense-wise, because they have a damn good defense. And much respect to them. You would never really hear me say that. You know that.
Yeah.
But, man, what a game. I mean, I did see a play where Burnett, though, he stiff-armed a guy, threw him off him. And I was like, geez, this is a man among boys out here. Give me a break, Yeah, and then, it was just a great game, the fake field goal. And, I mean, all I can say was, wow, it was just a great, hard-nosed game. That's what you want. It was a shame one team had to lose, because I thought it was at one point you really didn't know who was going to take it, and LSU wound up coming out on top, which I did pick them, I did, but at the same time, I really felt like I got more than what I asked for when I watched that game.
Yeah,
truth be told,
it was a great game, and I'm gonna just say this as a Gator fan and any other Gator fan that's out there, you can't really put your head down about this game. It was a solid game. Trayon Harris, who I thought did a wonderful job stepping up under the current circumstances, everything like that. And as Kevin had iterated before, he's, as a coach and leader, is not much of a talent drop off. I mean, I know, Will Greer's got a tighter throw and everything like that as far as Trayon does. Trayon's got a little bit more of a deeper arm like that, and he can provide the rushing threat. But it was still a great game to watch. Fournette did what he did. I mean, he didn't crack 200 again. That's what he still was pretty darn good with 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. But it's a game, that it could have went either way. The trick field goal fake field goal was wonderfully executed. And I know everybody was talking about, oh, what about me? I'm not gonna complain about that, man. It was a play, and we just got tricked on it, and we just fell for it. But yeah, I thought Trayon did a wonderful job, and now we got this week where we're not playing, and then we got to gear up for Georgia, and if we can go ahead and beat Georgia, then I believe that there will be I think there will be a rematch on neutral ground, and
yeah,
it does. Go ahead, Steve.
Let me tell you something about Florida. They play what, FAU? Or they play Florida International. It was FAU or Florida International.
FAU.
FAU. They got Georgia. They've got South Carolina, and then they got Florida State. Every single game right there, they can win. Every single game. And I sat there and I thought, if they went out every single game, they're going to go and replay. And I don't see LSU losing another game. Some people have LSU and Alabama play this year, correct? Do they? I believe they do.
I'm getting up their schedule right now.
I believe they do, because I thought I overheard someone saying Bama was going to run the table and beat LSU, but I don't believe that's what's going to happen.
They play Alabama on the 7th of November.
It's not going to happen. LSU is a damn good team. Damn good team. And I do believe that you will see Florida and LSU again, and I really believe if it's on a neutral field, you might want to grab your popcorn, because it's going to be another dogfight. And this time out, you might be looking at a Florida team who we all said at the beginning of the year, 8-9 wins, might be looking at the playoff spot. Who would have seen that coming? And that really can happen. So, I mean, that Florida team is damn good. I'm giving credit where credit's due,
Yeah, and like, it's been a rare. Florida never had an undefeated team, so I mean, this was a step in the right direction. You gotta give credit to Mac, because Mac is getting these guys ready.